Bands of Enchantment is an international music television show celebrating rock, indie, country, hip hop, and folk on the backdrop of New Mexico. We're happy to have the creator and executive producer of the show, Ken Peterson, to discuss season 2 and the bands taking part. So, Ken, thank you for joining me today to talk more about Bands of Enchantment. First, I want to start with, where did the concept of this show begin?
I think for a love of music in New Mexico. I grew up in Cruces and went to all my concerts in Albuquerque. And my stepdad and my stepbrother, who are kind of the force behind all of this, the three of us, I kind of put together a concept, and we hit the ground running with it. And with forged by family and a love for music, New Mexico, and all things culturally, yeah, we kind of kicked it and got it going.
So the rail yards is the backdrop for this series. Why choose? Because there's a lot of spots that could have been chosen. What was it about the
Yeah,
rail yards that spoke to you?
yeah, season one, we did actually in Tucumcari, and was at their train depot, a historic train depot, and I think, just gravitated towards that as a very interesting space. We wanted to do something unique for our television show, for our music television show. And then when we came to Albuquerque for season two, we looked at spaces and we fell in love with the rail yards. It's gorgeous, it's incredible, and we love the challenge of converting it into a sound stage. People really gravitate towards that. It's something different.
Absolutely. Now, we all know that we have some talented bands in the state. So how do you choose which ones come on for each season?
Well, it's a tough process. It's a fun process. Obviously, we'd love to have all the bands on every
Yeah.
season, and so it's a very curated process, because we bring bands from all over the country and the world to New Mexico. That's kind of the heart, the ethos of the show. And then selecting the bands is a very curated and time-consuming, but a labor of love process of trying to check all the boxes and also curate something really special.
After everything was said and done and the show aired, where did it go, and what came
Yeah,
from it?
great question. Season one, like I said, we filmed in Tucumcari, New Mexico, and we did it during the height of the pandemic. So it was a very crazy time, and we pulled it off. 12 bands from around the country came and descended, and we got it onto PBS first. So it started in the Southwest, and then from there it went across the country. It aired in all major markets. It went to 24 different states on PBS, and then it streamed on PBS. And then from there, it got picked up on streaming platforms of Roku, Tubi, and we actually just got it up on Amazon Prime. So it kind of just keeps growing, just word of mouth, getting it out there. And then in December 2022, we were nominated for a Chicago Midwest Emmy for season one. So very proud of that.
Wonderful. So what can we expect with season 2? What bands will we be seeing on season 2?
Some of those bands, Albuquerque's own Red Light Cameras, extremely excited to have them on. We tried to get them in this season one. It didn't quite work, but I think it worked out perfectly now that we're in Albuquerque to have Red Light Cameras on. We also have Oliver Wood, the frontman for the Wood Brothers, Grammy nominated. We have Flor de Tolache, Latin Grammy winners, Grammy nominated from all over the world, but they formed in New York. We have Rare Americans, an incredible band from British Columbia, Ila Bamba, from Portland and Mexico City. New Mexico, we have Alex Mariel from Santa Fe. We also have Albuquerque's own Felix y Los Gatos. So yeah, those are some of the bands that we have on season 2, and it's a killer season. It's going to be really special.
Well, where can people find out more about the show?
You can go to bandsofenchantment.com, find out a grip of information. You could go to any of our socials, just look up Bands of Enchantment on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all the socials, all the platforms.
Ken, thank you so much for joining me today, and we look forward to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, and yeah, we'll see you soon at the red carpet premiere.
All right, we'll be back.